Hello and welcome to Day Late and a Dollar Short. I'm Brandon, and today we're going to do a couple of quick fire reviews. First up is going to be Lollipop Chainsaw. Next up, Warhammer Space Marine. You Can Save Mars with Red Faction Guerrilla. And last but not least, there is this one. It's a game. Let's get started. All right, first up, we have Lollipop Chainsaw. You are Julia, the chainsaw wielding, zombie punching, killing, decapitating machine, and you're a cheerleader at San Romero High. So, after the first level, you have successfully killed a bunch of zombies, cut off your boyfriend's head, did a demonic ceremony, I guess. And now he's alive and attached to your belt. And that's just the first level. It only gets more absurd and more crazy from here. I do want to take a second to acknowledge that I think the developers, especially, or the writers, should probably go with writers on this one, really tried to make the character more dynamic than I think most people would assume. Especially her boyfriend Nick, who, after the first few levels, starts to have an existential crisis about, well, being a decapitated head on his girlfriend's belt. So, what's he going to do? And it really starts to get to him. But other than that, you do get some help along the way. You have an older sister who helps you out in a few levels. You have a younger sister you have to rescue. And when you finally get to the reveal of Dad, it's kind of amazing. It was really fun. The combat system is really fun as well. First couple levels, you start out as a button masher, and not too bad. But as soon as you start buying some upgrades and get further along in the game, you really get the hang of it, and it's a really enjoyable time. The ending also does have quite the little surprise. So if you're playing it, try to stick around for that. It's well worth it. I recommend this. Pick it up. Hey, before we get to Space Marine, please check out communerdy.com. I do some reviews up there. There's some great articles. Check them out, please. They are awesome. Now let's get back at it. It's the 41st millennia, and you, Captain Titus, have to plow through thousands and thousands of orcs to rescue a manufacturing plant. What do they build there? Titans. Giant mechanical robots destined to decimate worlds. Now, I've been a big fan of the Space Marines Warhammer 40K since I was a young tot. And when this game came out, I took one look at it and I have to get it. I mean, just look at it. I mean, how great could this be? And pretty darn great, actually. I'm kind of disappointed this didn't sell as well. It is hard to complete with, Activision, Modern Warfare, and those games are definitely a bit more polished. But overall, this game got me everything that I wanted. Killing orcs, you got to play as a Space Marine, and one of the things about this, you really kind of felt that you were a Space Marine. Just like Gears of War, it had a certain cadence and feel to movement. This was the exact same. So as you're not really running, but you're just kind of walking around, you feel it. You feel that speed and how heavy of a character you are. And then at the flick of a wrist, click of the button, you're rolling around, you're just blasting through orcs, hitting them with chainsaws and giant hammers. You're strapping on jump packs and you're jumping from one side of the level to the next, dive bombing is just a blast. I really wish this game had a sequel, but if you know of the Grimdark, you understand that the only sequel to this was a chop on a block. So pick it up. I really love this game. I've replayed it quite a few times since I bought it. So it's just a good gory fun. Do you guys remember? This actually had a sci-fi movie tie-in. I remember watching it. I don't remember a thing about it, except maybe it starred Robert Patrick as the bad guy? I don't know. Movie tie-in aside, this is a great open world game. I really had a good time. There's something about, driving around on Mars, let alone driving around in a giant dump truck and just plowing through buildings. Almost all of this world is fully destructible. And it leads itself to quite the entertaining time for most of the game. One thing I also liked about this game is that it kept me entertained throughout the whole thing. There really wasn't a lull in the middle. I could just keep on going back, or I could do side missions to get enough parts to upgrade. But I really had a good time with this game. With that, do not pick up the direct sequel, Red Faction Armageddon. It's not open world, though everything is fully destructible. It just doesn't have the replay value this one does. I keep coming back to Red Faction Guerrilla when I played through Armageddon twice, and I just haven't picked it up since. And that was what, 6 years ago? 7 years ago? I can't remember exactly. But Red Faction Guerrilla, good, all around open world game. Buy it. I got a copy the other day for $3. I mean, that's crazy. This game is amazing. $3. Ugh. For about $20, you can get the remastered edition, or as they call it, the Remars edition. Get it? Yeah. It's really updated. Well worth it. Console prices fluctuate depending upon sales. So pick it up. I really enjoyed this game. I think you will too. And on to the next. And now on to Xmen Origins Wolverine Uncaged Edition. Now, I've been seeing this game on the shelves here for a long time. When was this made? 2009? So like 10 years I've been seeing this on the shelves, and a used copy has always been about $20. So when I saw one for 9, I'm like, of course I got to get it. I got to see what the fuss is about. Why is this game so expensive? I mean, it's used. It's old, and like it wasn't a big seller or anything. So why was it always so expensive? And it's just not a really good game. There's a lot of button mashing. Well, hold on. If you're a fan of Wolverine, and I know there are millions of people out there, heck, maybe billions. Well, there's a lot of people around nowadays. This game does exactly what you need it to do. You have some claws, you tear people apart, you attack anything that moves, and it's all a bloody gore fest. This game is for you. It does exactly what it says, nothing more, nothing less. It's just not really a game that is like my shtick. I mean, I like hack and slash games, but an existing property, you always have those biases of what you saw before or read in case of the comics, and this one definitely hits like that. I will say that one kind of the really cool things is that when Wolverine gets damaged, when Logan gets damaged, you see bones and you see muscle, and sometimes you can kind of see through him. And if you stand there long enough, you can actually watch the skin grow back. That's really cool. What's even cooler? What was the greatest thing about this game? You even see his shirt grow back. Wolverine has magic shirt healing properties. So, take it or leave it. I spent $9. I'm gonna say it's just gonna go on the shelf. I might pop it in every once in a while to play, but it's kind of a pass. I wouldn't recommend it. Unless you're a Wolverine fan, pick it up. You're going to have a great afternoon of blood, guts, and gore. All right. With that, please remember to hit like and subscribe. And if you check out down below, I am streaming on Twitch Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays starting at 8 p.m. Arizona. So please stop in, say hello. Really appreciate it. And with that, adios.